Hey, it's Jen Hart with Jen Hart Be Awesome, and today is day 26 of my 30 days of my 15-minute method to change your life. I hope all's well. I hope you're loving my hair, because I'm digging my hair. It looks so many different colors. It's like a violet red, so I'm digging it. Okay. Day 26. Let's go. How do you get clear on what you want? Well, take your 15 minutes today. And if it helps you in categories, or if it helps you to work on an area that is plaguing you, I wouldn't say, maybe plaguing is the wrong word, but maybe it's something that you want to change. So say if you're in a relationship, you want better communication. Say if you're in a relationship, you want more passion. Say if you're not in a relationship, what do you want in a partnership? Say you want more money. Say you want a specific amount of money. Like, I want $20,000 in the bank. I want this amount of investments. I want to have consistent passive or semi-passive income. Like, getting critically more succinct is the word, a fancy word for dialed in to what you desire. It's asking those questions of yourself, because we can all look at the world externally and say, I really want that. But those might not be true desires, because sometimes, like the Joneses, that proverbial message of like, why are we always trying to follow the Joneses, is that we all want to feel that sense of belonging and sense that we're like other people, even if we're not sometimes. So it's getting really clear on who you are and asking the question of, what would it feel like to have $20,000 in the bank? What would it feel like to have amazing, deep conversations with my friends, family, and my lover? What would it feel like to be in a great partnership where communication is so easy and flow and nobody has any walls or limited defenses when we're communicating about things that we desire? What would it feel like to feel like my authentic self? What would it feel like to feel and know who my authentic self is? What would it feel like to be in the body that I desire? What would it feel like to have a juicy bubble butt? What would it feel like to have a flat tummy? What would it feel like to be 125 pounds or whatever, or 180 if you're a dude, or I don't know, whatever your story is? Asking a question, what would it feel like, will at least give you some semblance of a tweak of whether or not, or like a feeling in your body to go, ooh, that would feel good. You're kind of trying it on with your imagination, because sometimes you got to get some momentum and motivation going, and it helps you get clear, because not everything, like if I said I wanted a new car right now, I'd have to really think about it hard, because I'm like, I don't need a new car, and right now the desire isn't strong. So I could probably go down a list of, that would be nice, but to play with the exercises, like what would it feel like to be in something more specific, like a Tesla? That would feel very different, because it's not as vague and it's more specific. That would feel kind of interesting, because I've never driven one, and then my brain goes into too many tangents, because that's how my brain works, and I have to remind myself, brain, you don't have to stop problem solve having an electric car right now, because this is not the point of this exercise. Because my brain will go into 7 tangents of why it's impractical, why it's wrong, or why it's like nonsensical because I have a car. So do you see what I'm getting at? Your brain will start doing tricks on you if you have a brain like mine that says overthink. Don't overthink. This is a part about getting into your body and figuring out what do you want in specific terms. Now, just because you write it down in these 15 minutes does not mean you have to get it. It could mean that you get it, but it's not necessary. So don't freak yourself out about all the parameters of how, who, when, who. Like, if you want a new partner, or if you want to have a relationship, or you want your current partnership to get better, don't worry about the how right now. Worry about, what do you exactly want? Getting clear and asking the questions, what would it look like? What would it feel like? And what if that's possible? So I want to add that to your 15 minutes as well, because what if you could feel good in your relationship? What if you could have really great communication? What if you could have really great passion and be seen for all your positives and negatives and unconditionally love? What would it feel like to have $100,000 in the bank or a thriving business? What would it feel like? What if you had 10 new clients tomorrow? What if you got a check in the mail tomorrow? What if you met the love of your life? What if? So I'm adding that because I want you to see the possibilities of potential. Without going into any crazy stories in your head that says it's not possible, or you're worried about the details, because details can come later. And P.S., you're not in charge of them. You're really not in charge of all the details. No offense, you're not the universe. The universe has way more pull than you. You have some pull. You have actually a lot of empowerment and power to create the life you love. But let's not get into the weeds. Let's not go all crazy now and just decide, or not even decide. You're kind of playing around and brainstorming of what you want in your life. And think of any category you desire. If it's in a new apartment, what kind of apartment? Do you want a house? What kind of house? This is just playtime. Use these 15 minutes for imaginary play of feeling into what you desire. What would it feel like to blank? All right. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.